again, and welcome to Mountain to Lake Realty Showcase here on Cable 12. I'm Bob Parcell.
And I'm Steve Furrow.
Thank you very much for watching. And Steve and I have said numerous times, we'll be glad to try to answer any questions you may have on this program.
You bet. You bet.
We love
to hear from you. Stop by the office at 195 South Main Street there in Rocky Mount, good old uptown Rocky Mount. We'd love for you to stop in there. We have somebody in the office from 9 to 5 on Monday through Friday. And if those hours don't work for you, then give us a call on the number on the screen. Or reach out to us there at the website. You'll find our email addresses, numerous ways to contact us. But we'd love to sit down and visit with you if you're interested in buying or selling property. So, Bob, we are down to the last few days of July.
Hard to believe.
Yes, sir. The dog days of summer are upon us. Is that fair to say?
Been that way about a month. At least we got a little bit out of the drought, maybe.
Yeah, those rains, we were thankful for that. What's going on in the real estate market, Bob? How would you describe the current real estate market?
Well, as we said on this show many times, I'm surprised how, volatile the real estate market has been for 20 years. It changes frequently. I think that's one of the difficult things for buyers and sellers is to kind of gauge the current market. But my opinion is it's getting a little better for buyers. I think days on the market is increasing. I think that gives them more of a chance to look at homes, not be maybe pushed to do something so quickly. So I think things are getting a little bit better for buyers. I think for sellers, it's still in their favor if you had to pick one side by basically the low inventory. Mm-hmm. And as we said, we do not handle rentals, but what little I know about it, rent is extremely high, and that's your alternative to purchasing.
Sure. I guess you could always live with your parents.
Could, if they'd let you.
Yeah. I sat down with a gentleman yesterday, was talking about his son was living with his in-laws. We won't go there, Bob. We won't go there. But as you talked about it being somewhat of a seller's market, and that's been that way for a while now, it's fair to say that buyer demand is outpacing the inventory that we would have out there. What, at times we've talked about what is recommendations for a seller, what recommendations we might have for a buyer. Let's take a step out and let's talk about recommendations for a seller on what not to do in this market.
Okay.
Well, if I was if I was a seller going to sell my home, what are some recommendations that you would have for me not to do in this market?
Well, I'd say I would not price my home today like it was selling a year and a half ago.
Okay.
Because you and I talked just a minute ago how volatile the market is, and roughly 2 years ago homes were selling in a day or two, sometimes without inspection, so the market is very volatile. So if you're working with someone you trust, hopefully that's one of us, then don't base your price on what you think it would have sold for in the past, or what it would cost to build for that matter.
Right, certainly.
Let's see, I would say not having good pictures.
Okay.
When we list a property, we do our best to bring up the highlights. Like my house was built in 1965. If I were to list my home, I think I would highlight all the things I had done to it immediately. However, people don't read a lot. Their attention span on the website's pretty small, so pictures matter greatly. It'd be a mistake to have a single picture. Sometimes I see that a home is listed as a picture. Next day you add 30. People aren't really looking at it the next day like they are on the daily hot sheet. So I would say that would be to have very good pictures. And let's see, I'm also going to do one more, and then it'll be your turn.
All right.
This is very difficult for people to do. So don't take things personal. You always think like the other side. One of the most pleasant things I found out about real estate is the overwhelming vast majority of people are reasonable, which is a pleasant surprise. I haven't sold a house for you, so we won't get into that. But that's a joke. But most people are reasonable, but don't take things personal. For example, if your home, you try to maintain the best that you could, the buyer pays for a home inspection, a lot of things are flagged. Think like the other side. The buyer has a big expense, you're going to live there. And they get this report and identifies all these things that you might need to take attention to. So in the buyer's defense, they're trying to make a smart decision on what needs to be done, if anything. So just don't take things personal.
No, I think
And
that's
it's hard for people to not do that because the seller's under a lot of stress too. They're moving, they're going to their next house. So that'll be my 3.
all right. And along those same lines about don't taking things personal, I'm going to just add one more, and that is, a lot of times, we get around get around the grill, or we're around the pool and we're visiting with our friends, and they might have sold their home 2 years ago, 18 months ago, and they talk about their experience. And then you put your home on the market, and your expectation is to be similar. And I think that is, to me, that is a huge mistake, in that the circumstances are so different in 2 homes, and locations are different, and prices are different, and there's a lot of things that are different. And so that understanding that you're going to have, maybe they had multiple offers and they had people lined up outside the door to look at it on the first 48 hours, and it's just a different time. And I think it's important that you keep that in mind, that your experience is going to be unique to you, and your willingness to be open-minded to what comes and goes. I think it's just important to keep that mindset that it is your unique property, and it is going to be your unique experience you're going to have. That would be what I would throw out, Bob, and try to be open-minded and willing to kind of just allow your realtor to walk you through the process and have you as best prepared as you can for your specific home sale. Okay. So, good stuff, Bob. Let's jump in here and talk about some homes.
Let's do it.
All right. The first one up is a brand new property here on Ballpark Road in Rocky Mount. Sits on 0.46 acres. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, a little over 1,000 square feet, 1,029 total square feet here in this home. And if you're not familiar where Ballpark Road is, there's a couple different ways to get there, but one I'm going to mention to you: head east out of Rocky Mount on Highway 40 there. You would turn right on Chestnut Hill in the community of Redwood. There you turn right on Chestnut Hill, and approximately 2.5–3 miles out there you turn left on Ballpark. And this property is on your left about 1.5 miles off of the intersection there at Chestnut Hill and Ballpark. But great home here. You're sitting on 0.46 acres, so you've got plenty of room there for a garden. The primary bedroom is on the entry level here, as well as there is a primary bedroom upstairs. So I mentioned there's 2 bedrooms and 2 full baths. So you've got a bathroom you've got a bedroom on the entry and a bedroom on the upper level there. Here we'll come around and show you some pictures of the kitchen. So this is the bedroom there on the entry level, bathroom on the entry level, a bedroom there on the upper level, bathroom on the upper level. Shot kind of the back side of the home. I mentioned 0.46 acres, so you've got a little room here to stretch out, play some fetch with Fido, or throw the ball with Scott or Jane, whichever it is. But great spot here on Ballpark Road in Rocky Mount, a brand new listing.
Next we'll travel to a home that went on the contract real quickly on Diamond Avenue. Technically it's in the county, but close enough to be on the town of Rocky Mount's public water system. Nice brick home with 1,064 square feet, paved drive, carport. It's a 3-bedroom, 2 full bath home. It's coming off that nice carport into the kitchen and dining area, good sized living room, good view of the back of the home. So again, this went under contract rather quickly. This is in Rocky Mount on Diamond Avenue, a brick home in Rocky Mount.
All right, we're going to head out of Rocky Mount to Glade Hill. Here we are on Truvine Road. This is another home that was on the market just a few days. 3 bedrooms, 1 full bath, 1,041 total square feet here in this home. You're looking at 3 bedrooms and 1 full bath, 23.5 acres with this property. Really, when you think about You know, a lot of people we had come in take a look at this. You know, the acreage here was as much interest as the home. The acreage laid, as far as the slope and the topography there, it laid extremely well. We'll take a quick look at a few pictures here. This is the inside of the home. As I mentioned, 3 bedrooms, 1 full bath. It did have a detached 2-car garage with this property, and a nice back deck there off the back side of the home. 23.5 acres on Truvine Road in Glade Hill. So from Glade Hill, we're going to go to Moneta. Smith Mountain Lake, Bob. Smith Mountain Lake, and this 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, almost 2,200 square feet here in this property on Casey's Lakeview Drive. That is a Moneta address. It is in Bedford County. Sits on 1.2 acres. When you think about homes on the lake, you think about lakefront homes, this kind of price tag is kind of, well, in my opinion, it is priced to sell. 110 feet of waterfront here. You're thinking about lake property. This is a great spot. Now remember, it is in Bedford County, and if you're Casey's Lakeview is right off of 122. You know, 3-bedroom, 2 full bath. We'll step inside, give you a chance to take a picture or gander here at the living room. Of course, living room, dining room area together. Of course, there's your kitchen. Nice stainless steel appliances. You do have some LVP flooring there on the entry. A bedroom and bath. I mentioned it's 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. Wonderful deck here off the outside of the home. Can't beat that. A great spot to maybe get a little catch a few rays, or maybe you want that fish you catch in the lake, Bill. Bob, you got a great spot there for that. Here's those bedrooms upstairs, the bathroom upstairs, coming around. Full lounging area here in the lower level. Little ping pong, Bob, you up for that?
Sounds good.
Yeah, man, I bet. You're quite the tennis player. I bet you're pretty good at ping pong, too. You been watching any Olympics?
I have.
Ping pong?
Badminton?
Oh, they get after it now. They get after it.
Yeah, they're a little quicker than we are.
Here's a nice dry patio here underneath of that deck we were talking about earlier. You can see how the slope is here down to the waterfront. But does have a floating dock, which I think we got a picture of here. But this would be Casey's Lakeview Drive in Moneta. Great spot here in Bedford County.
There you go.
I knew it was in here somewhere. Nice floating dock here. 110 feet of water frontage on Casey's Lakeview Drive.
So we'll go, Franklin County is the land between the lakes. I know that property was in Bedford, so we'll go from Smith Mountain Lake to a property very close to beautiful Philpott Lake. This is a Rocky Mountain address near the Henry area, Robin Ridge Road. Tremendous number of showings on this property. This is a great setting. I don't know if you've been there, Steve, but 4.74 acres, extremely secluded, long paved drive to get to this one-owner home, brick home with a full basement. A lot of updates including a 2018 Lennox Elite heat pump, a new panel box when that was done, replacement windows, updated appliances. So a lot of showings here. Not surprised, we went under contract real quickly. But this is just a great location. You can't see another house from this property. It's a big front yard. Been very close to Philpott Lake. Great property on Robin Ridge Road. I'm gonna call it Henry, but the postmaster would say Rocky Mountain.
Well, Robin,
better go with the postmaster.
You bet. And Robin Ridge is right off of Henry, isn't it? Off
Correct.
Of Henry Road?
Yeah,
You bet.
Exactly. I could not hear 220 from this home, so it's easy access back.
Good deal.
This is a beautiful home in Creighton Drive, has a Rocky Mountain address, but I'm gonna call it Callaway.
There you go.
Creighton Drive is off of the Callaway Road and Antioch Road. And towards the end of the cul-de-sac is this new construction home. It's a 4-bedroom, 3 full bath, 1 half bath home with over 3,000 square feet that's finished. One of the best features about this home is the covered front and side porch. Also has a nice rear deck and patio underneath, so it's a great property for outdoor entertaining, but a tremendous amount of money has gone into this covered front porch. You step inside the entry level where you'll find 1,120 square feet. Primary bedrooms on this floor as well as a half bath. Nice open floor plan with a living room, dining room, and of course updated kitchen. It's brand new. Nice island there, efficient use of space to put bar stools underneath the granite countertops. Of course the deck leads off the dining area. You have a half bath. Again, you have a walk-in closet on the primary bedroom suite. There you go, very nice bedroom to say the least, and bath. Upstairs is an additional 784 square feet where you'll find 2 more bedrooms and a full bath. Great views from this property. LVP flooring throughout. Addition is over 1,100 square feet in the lower level, again bringing your total finished square footage to 3,006. This lower level is where you'll find the 4th bedroom and 3rd full bath. So new construction, again a lot of thought went into how this home was built for outdoor entertaining with this nice deck. And again, those covered front and side porches. There's a good view of the patio underneath. Again, great property on Creighton Drive. That's off of the Callaway Road and Antioch Road, so easy to get to Roanoke or Rocky Mount a couple different ways.
So we've been from Bedford to Callaway. Now we're going to Roanoke, and this property recently sold in Londonderry Court. It's a townhouse, 2 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, a little over 1,860 square feet here. But a great home there in Londonderry Court. We hope that the new owners are enjoying it as much as they can. We're going to talk about this one just briefly too. Another home that sold in Turkey Cock Lane, which is in Pinhook. 53.89 acres. We want to congratulate the new owners there and the seller. A great property there that just a lot of people that viewed this home talked about the privacy and the uniqueness that it offered. Turkey Cock Lane in
Beautiful
Pinhook.
looking home built in 2001.
Yeah. One more here on Sunrise Road, a recent one that sold as well. 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths. This is in Rocky Mount, right outside of the town limits. Sunrise, if you were to head south on South Main Street out of town, you cross over the Mighty Pig River, come up and turn right on Sunrise. This property is there on your left, but recently sold. 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths, almost 2,700 square feet on this brick ranch home on Sunrise Road in Rocky Mount.
And speaking of unique properties, is this property on the Callaway Road, very close to the Blue Ridge Parkway, where the Callaway Road runs into Benton Mountain.
There you go.
Built in 1940. Again, just minutes from the Blue Ridge Parkway. It's formerly Adney Gap Brethren Church. Includes many updates. Excuse me. This property recently sold, and there's a lot of conversion was done to it, a bedroom, full bath. So very unique property. A lot of very nice homes in this area of our county, very close to the parkway.
You bet. Floyd Fest. Woo, we just finished that up last week.
Did you go?
No, sir, I did not, but I heard it was a happening place. It always is. So, from right up on the edge of Floyd, there with the property on Callaway Road, here we are heading to Roanoke now, Bob. The city of Roanoke and this Stanley Avenue property, 4 bedrooms, 4.5 baths. It is just recently went pending, a little over 3,000 square feet here. This home was, when you think about curb appeal, and Bob, we talked about things for sellers and not to do, these sellers here, these folks, they did a lot of the right things, and it showed. They did a great job here. You look at the curb appeal, the outside of this home, the landscaping and the things they did to it, it just, well, it was done extremely well, and it showed. A home is now pending, and we look forward to it closing here in the future.
Having it on Mountain Lake Realty Showcase didn't hurt it either, Steve.
No, sir, it does not. You know, Bob, not only does it go out on Cable 12, but it goes out everywhere. Via the website, via Facebook.
Yeah, Jamie's putting it on some media for her right now, isn't he?
You bet. So here we go. But a great spot to be. This is a great property in the city of Roanoke, South Roanoke. But this is Stanley Avenue in Southeast Roanoke.
Let's travel to one of my favorite places on Smith Mountain Lake, which is this property on Nature Lane with a Union Hall address. It's going to be near Bull Run and where the Blackwater River and Christmas Tree Island all kind of come together, but just tremendous views from this property. I think it's a great location. Of course, it comes with a dock, 3-bedroom, 3-bath unit. Congratulations to the new owners.
I've heard tell, Bob, would we catch you on a set of skis out in that part of the world?
Not unless you were looking from a video about 20 years ago.
Okay.
And then it would be plural.
I thought someone had sent me a picture of you on a set of skis here recently, but maybe
well, that might have been a little doctoring.
Oh, okay. That doesn't happen, does it?
If you saw me on some skis, it did. Unless you saw me in traction. A great location for this home on Nature Lane. That's going to be off of Dillard's Hill with a Union Hall address.
It is a great spot on Smith Mountain Lake, though. Great spot there. All right, here's another property. This one is in Ferrum.
Everything's pending. Is there a trend here?
Well,
maybe we can get to some available properties.
We got some coming. We got some coming. Just happened to be the way that worked out here. But this is a property in Ferrum on Union Road, 36 acres, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, 1,025 square feet. As you can see, that new butcher block cabinets, some new flooring, new paint. This property on Union Road, 0.36 acres, great spot for some garden. There's a creek that adjoins one side of the property. Union Road in Ferrum. Here's available property, Bob. Beaver Dam Court, Goodview, another Bedford County listing. 3,432 square feet here with this home. You do have a detached 2-car garage, 4 bedrooms, 2 full baths. Yes, a walkout basement, rocking chair front porches, frontage on Beaver Creek. You cannot beat this home with a stick. Beaver Dam Court. That is in the Hemlock Shores subdivision. Give me a few shots of the outside. We'll step inside, give you a chance to see granite countertops. You've got tile in the kitchen and in the bathrooms. You've got hardwood floors throughout. Just a great listing here in Bedford on Goodview. These 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths here. And look at those floors. Cannot beat it. Nice, large bedrooms here. 3,432 total square feet. Of course, that's split out in an upper level and a lower level, or entry level in the basement, if you want to look at it that way. There's another shot of that rocking chair front or back porch overlooking Beaver Creek. Here we are downstairs. A nice LVP flooring. Got a little rec room down there as well. There's dry patio underneath. A single car attached garage underneath as well. Plenty of space for storage in case you were to just fill this baby up, this detached 2-car garage.
You'd probably fill it up full of fishing supplies, wouldn't you?
I would. You know, they're making new fishing supplies every day, Bob. Mm-hmm. Every day I got to have the latest and greatest because I can't catch much without it. Oh, great spot here for you to sit out and enjoy some of these great summer evenings. Even in the wintertime, you can snuggle up next to that fire pit. A nice greenhouse here. This gives you a great picture of, you've got the paved driveway, you've got the home on the right, got your greenhouse and your fire pit. Of course, the detached 2-car garage there on your left, and Beaver Creek there straight ahead. But our home is situated extremely well. Lots and lots of things to take in here with this property on Beaver Dam Court. That's in Goodview. That is in Bedford County in the Hemlock Shores subdivision.
We showed you a home on Robin Ridge, close by is this home on Virgil Highway. And again, Rocky Mountain address, very close to Henry, which means you're very convenient to Philpott Lake. Just had a price reduction to $165. This house shows very well. It's very clean. We're going to show you 2 large 24 by 40 metal storage buildings that I think add at least $15,000. You've been there, Steve.
They're very nice.
At least. One of them has extensive amount of insulation. Have a covered front porch, and then step inside where you'll find 1,461 square feet of finished living space, 1-level living. This is a 3-bedroom, 2 full bath, 1 half bath home with 2 primary bedroom suites. Good sized kitchen, dining area, and living room. There's a heat pump to heat and cool it. So right at an acre, very usable 1 acre lot. Good size, all the bedrooms are good size. Attached building you see here, and then as I mentioned, there's 2 metal storage buildings. I have not priced these as new, so I'm not going to say they're worth what a new one would cost, but someone who needs some storage, I mean, there's a lot of value in these 2 buildings. Obviously, this one has power. I don't know if this picture shows it, but it has, I think, $7,000 worth of insulation. Of course, a concrete floor. Here's the other building, so be hard pressed to find homes in this price range, in my opinion, in this condition. I'm glad to give you more details about this home a little south of Rocky Mountain. Halfway between Rocky Mountain and Ferrum is where you'll find this home on the right. And speaking of updates, they go on and on. This home has a new septic system, new heat pump, all new interior, exterior paint, new flooring. Previous recent updates include windows and roof. So when you get to talking about septic systems, roofs, heat pumps, appliances, a new survey, those are big ticket items. Sometimes people buy a home and they have to come up with a lot of money to address some of those issues, and some people are better off probably paying for that through a mortgage over 30 years and trying to pull, let's pretend, $8,000 out of your pocket to put in a heat pump. So a lot of good features in this home: updated kitchen, new countertops, 2 mini split heat pumps. The first floor has 1,065 square feet, where you'll find 2 bedrooms and a completely renovated full bath you see in this picture. Upstairs there's an additional 310 square feet with 2 more good sized bedrooms. Again, all new flooring, interior exterior paint, heat pump, new septic system. You know, somewhere to sit down and compare what's in this home and compare to what you might buy in this price range and what you potentially could be spending in a couple years or 3 years to deal with some things that don't have what this home does. I think this really stands out as a great property halfway between Rocky Mountain and Ferrum.
All right, here's another great property. It's in Ferrum. It's off the Henry Road, so if you were to come out from Bob's listing out of that driveway, travel just say roughly 5, maybe 7 miles, up past through Ferrum, by Ferrum College, turn left on Henry Road. This home is located about a mile off of the Henry Road and Franklin Turnpike intersection. It'll be out there on your left. It sits back off the road, 5.01 acres, 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths. It does have the carport there on the entry level, as well as an attached single car garage underneath, which is always a unique feature. This home does have an additional detached carport there in the backyard. Really lays extremely well. I can't. These pictures don't do justice as far as the privacy that you have here with this listing on Henry Road. 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths, 2,912 total square feet. It's a formal living room. Then you come into this living room, dining room, and kitchen area that you'll see here. This is right off the carport. Of course, I mentioned 3 bedrooms, but the 3 bedrooms and the 2 baths are all here on the entry level. So it's all 1 level living, with the exception of the laundry, which is downstairs. So I guess, Bob, that wouldn't be all 1 level living, would it? I guess not.
I don't think so.
Not
if you wash them in the sink, that's kind of pushing it, Steve.
Maybe, just pushing a little. But of course, wide open downstairs in the basement. There's that single car garage here on the lower level. Here's a great shot of that back side of the home, which allows you to see what's happening there. But just a really nice listing here on Henry Road. Bob, tell us one more time about, real quickly, about Land's End.
I think Jamie Singleton's going to roll the softball out here to tell us to be quiet. We'll give more detail next show. This is a great property on Land's End Circle, real close to Nature Lane on channel marker B11. It's a great property. Features 4 bedrooms, 4 full baths, a half bath. Total finished square footage is 4,341. A lot of thought went into how this was built with outdoor entertaining, take advantage of the views of the lake, and got these nice decks and patios underneath, plenty of garage space. It's a beautiful home, and we'll give you plenty of details on next week's show of Mountain Lake Realty Showcase.
Until then, take care, everyone.